This is Mainly Motorsports, a comprehensive rundown of all the local racing action with your host, Steve Perry.
People tell me when they see me, you're the guy, the Mainly guy.
Highlights, in-depth interviews, and stories behind the action. Add to the show at 207-324-1220. Live on the radio, live video stream, and on demand as a podcast.
My goal in life is to have an empire, my Mainly empire.
Now let's get local. Mainly Motorsports.
Yes, it is. Here we are, another edition of Mainly Motorsports, here in the studio with Debbie, Andy, and Greg. And before we went on the air, we were all talking about this past weekend's events, and what a great weekend of motorsports it was, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the final weekend of summer, and I think it went off without a hitch. I mean, perfect weather. Every day featured some great racing, whether it was dirt at New Hampshire Motor Speedway and the short track. Lee USA will have our winner, or that winner, undisputed champion, Derek Griffith, joining the show a little bit later on.
He didn't give him a chance to take this one away.
No, they made sure that thing was measured out perfectly. And before we have Derek join the show, we're going to have another guest. The finish that I think everybody's talking about this weekend is what happened in the morning modified race for the Whelen Modified Tour. Partially called by our own Pete Falcone. Yeah. So shout out to Pete. Nice job. Nice and smooth with that. And Joe Koss. So Tyler Rypkema came out on top, and everybody's been wondering what the heck did happen to the tire? What's going on with that? You know, so he's going to be joining the show right around 6:20. We'd love for you to be a part of it as well at 207-324-1220. Thanks to Rejuvenate, Canna and Dow Excavating Inc., the sponsors of tonight's program. Steve, you said, just a ton of things going on, a lot of great achievement, but there were some serious moments to the weekend as well.
Yeah, for 2 weeks in a row, we're talking about excursions off the racetrack. You know what I mean? And
devastating ones.
Taking highlights of, usually we talk about victory lanes and all that. And up at Speedway 95, Cam Childs, who's a competitor that'll jump in anything and do his best, and sometimes end up in victory lane. And if most everybody that follows social media, I'm sure, have seen the wreck where he just literally, much like Ryan Green last week, left the facility, cleared the sand pile, cleared a tree, and once he hit the top of the tree, flipped the car over and ended up on its roof, and broken back, broken vertebrae, a lot of injuries, had surgery. yesterday.
Yeah, he had his surgery today. So the update was he's still sedated. They're keeping the breathing tube in him. He gets agitated because he feels it and doesn't like it. But the one thing they do know is he is not paralyzed. So that's huge good news. They're going to try and keep him, sedated a little bit longer before they can take that out. And
yeah, so it just very lucky.
Yeah, just think of what he's going through right now at this moment. Wherever you're listening to us or watching us on YouTube or Facebook, in the comfort of your home or in your vehicle, and you're just enjoying life, there's someone who loves what we love, and they're in pain every single second. It's relentless.
Yeah, so there's one of us in the racing community right now that
needs
a little help. So there's a lot of ways. There's a lot of fundraisers out there, and one of the ones that I want to shout out to is Derek Mingo. He's always known for Bingo's barbecue and catering.
I love it.
Yeah,
it's one of the big reasons to go to Wiscasset.
Yeah, Wiscasset.
Absolutely.
He always you want to win the Boss Hog and you want to win the Coastal.
Everyone's like, hey, it's only $5 to get in. I'm like, yeah. Pit pass is $20. Have you had the barbecue?
You want to be on that winning team. But he donated one of his famous barbecues, and you can buy chances, and he's donated that, and all the proceeds are going to the recovery efforts or the
anything
cost
they could
of
possibly
anything.
need, because
So,
obviously neither are working.
Yeah.
They have a little one.
Yeah, so just $20 a chance. You can reach out to Derek on his Facebook page or the Bingo's Barbecue and Catering. So obviously, Greg, you're a big guy. You're going to take some chances, right?
Oh my God!
right.
All right, 3 minutes into the show, first bad joke.
Yeah, there's the first gauntlet thrown.
I'm sure as heck going to take chances on that, and not. I wouldn't take a chance on Brick's Brick Oven Pizza though.
Oh, come on.
Brett.
So at Derek/Mingo.
What would you rather have? Would you rather have Little Caesars or Brick's Brick Oven Pizza?
We're talking about Mingo's Barbecue over there.
Yeah. Listen, I'm taking 5 right now, Greg. You're taking 5, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Greg's taking 5, and I'm taking 5 for Debbie. So there's 300 we just sold right here, and then I'm taking 5 for the. So I'm taking 5 for the go-kart track. So there's 400, and then I'm 5 for the show right here. So we just took $500 worth right now.
Nice.
Towards Cam Charles right here on the show. So I'm challenging our listeners. You ain't got to do that, but just, you know what? Even if you just buy one,
yep.
$20.
It all adds up.
For Cam Charles through Mainly Motorsports or whatever.
And I don't know if a lot of people know this, but Cam is basically self-employed.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
He provides for his family, and
What's
he was the chainsaw guy.
Yeah, the chainsaw guy.
Right.
That's what Spencer Morse, who
Yeah.
the controversial winner of
Cam the chainsaw man.
the controversial winner of the past modified race at what do they call him?
What do they call him? Cam the Chainsaw Man?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Oh my
great.
gosh.
No,
That's beautiful.
He's talking about
radio.
Spencer though.
Yeah, Spencer Morse calls him that. Yeah, because
Okay.
That's killer.
He's just goes and buys and sells chainsaws. So we'll send out $500 from Venmo for Derek, and geez, there's that shot to have a barbecue, Greg.
Yeah.
Boy.
Could we have it in the Shanes and Main studios? What's my screen?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough room because we're gonna need.
You can
We got a
invite.
We're
room.
gonna
We
need
got 3
16
rooms. We got that room.
Yeah, we're gonna need 16 other people.
Yeah, you can invite 20 people.
We can do that.
Well, I don't know.
Well, there was 5 down in the middle of the park over here with their
Oh
wagons.
no! Don't. We're
Probably
not going
could've-
there.
Well, I don't know if we
Talk
can
about
really
it.
invite 20 if me and
Yeah.
Greg are 2 of them.
I was going to say the two
Yeah,
of
so
you
that's
are-
2, 4,
That's
5, 6.
Yeah.
So
That's
we're
six
down to
are
14.
So there's your chance to reach out and
It's a good way to-
Bingo's Barbecue and Catering.
I'll tell you what. If you want to do it in the parking lot, we can make that happen. We just hold on. I gotta get a microphone that is going to.
Andy's microphone is top quality.
Yeah, the microphone's beautiful. The wiring's a little off.
a little off today.
Yeah, just
You want
You
mine?
want mine?
I have this one over here that works perfect.
yeah. Thanks. That's the one I usually use. Okay, let me try this. All right,
We can share his.
So Bingo's Barbecue on Facebook.
Yeah.
On Facebook or reach
Derek
out to
Mingo.
Derek Fonz
Derek
it.
Mingo, yeah.
Yep.
I had to be the Fonz. Yeah. There we go.
Had to smash it.
Just knock. I had to smash.
Smash it. So yeah, it's a good way to reach out. There's so many other ways out there as well, but that's the one that I figured it was everybody. There's a chance for you to get something
And at
out
$20,
of the
yeah.
donation. It's just $20, but
The more you can do,
we
the
go
better.
a little bigger than 20. You know what I
Well,
mean? So
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna do. So really,
So 5
appreciate
spots is 100.
It. Yep.
So don't be cheapskates.
No,
There you
yeah,
go.
Yeah,
Well,
do what you can.
Or get
It
your
all
friends.
adds
do
up.
what you can.
Everybody- Get all your friends together and
Yeah,
do it.
get all your
Yeah.
friends together
And invite Steve. If you win, if you
Oh, you gotta
want,
invite
Steve and I
Stevie,
will gladly
Greg.
come to your barbecue.
Yeah, we'll come. We'll bring the paper products.
I got a Sam's member. Well,
Oh,
BJ's
Can you
membership.
imagine if someone who doesn't know
Know
this
you
show
guys.
wins the
Yeah.
barbecue and you two show up?
We get invited.
That'd be awesome. You gotta have your own walk-up music.
There you
That'd
go.
be
Yeah,
awesome.
we'll have to figure that
With
out.
cooler.
Have you had
Dun,
Bingo's
dun,
barbecue
dun.
before?
Yeah. I
So
know.
Hopkins at the 250 had, was it 250 or the Celebration of America? They had bingo cater. They had a whole spread set up over there.
Nice.
And Hopkins saw me standing over by there, and he's like, "Hey, get in here."
we'll have to hire him for one of our functions that you like to put on.
Sure.
Yeah, I like to
And
do
you-
functions.
You like to do functions, and then
Well, I don't clean
You
up.
just
after.
like to show up.
Yeah,
I
I just like to entertain. But
That's
no,
a cool way to start the show, but tons of racing to talk about as well. I mean,
Absolutely.
let's start off on Friday night, the Granite State Pro Stock Series. And who did you work with on Friday?
Connor McDougal.
Yeah, the number 8. Connor McDougal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
We finished 11th, 10th. I don't know.
He
But
had a
obviously,
good run though.
obviously Derek Griffith was the he had the car to beat.
Right.
Great run by Corey Bubar and Joey. But I'm going to tell you, anybody that was there, they'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And I don't even know if you'll know the exact number of laps. But you want to talk about a classless? No, not classless.
Classless?
Class that's
Yeah.
back. A classy couple of guys putting on a race for 11th place, and that's Tyler Reddick
Tyler Reddick and
Connor
McDougal. Absolutely.
for 11th place.
Side by side.
Side by side.
Yeah,
Right.
Side by side.
Yeah.
I was sick of saying inside quarter,
Inside.
inside door,
But
inside quarter.
let me
inside
tell you what, unbelievable. It reminded me of when I was like 11 years old on a snow day, having a fight with a kid
Where does this go?
over a Monopoly game. We were having a fight, right?
How does
Okay,
this?
let's go with this for a second.
And then we got tired and we had to take a
Story
break.
time with
Right?
Steve Perry.
We got tired and we had to take a break because we couldn't fight
got
no
tired
more.
of
Because we had our snow
Monopoly?
gears on.
Yeah.
We had our snow pants and stuff on, right? We were little portlies. And we got tired and we had to take a break. Well, that's what happened to Connor and Tyler.
They got
When they
tired?
got tired, when they come up to get lapped, right?
Yeah.
They like, okay, we're going to take a break. We got to get single file and let Derek lap us.
Right.
And they did the respectful thing. They got single file, let Derek lap him. And then they got back side by side to finish their fight.
Nice.
That was I'm like, this is cool. I mean, this was cool. We're gonna finish our fight.
Yeah.
And
There
we
was some
did.
great shots.
That
of them.
was
Yeah.
unbelievable.
I
to
think,
watch the two of them.
Last week on the show, we talked about Tyler Reddick, joining people at Lee, and he's done that, I think now twice, maybe 3 times. But when he raced Casey Call for that first win a couple
that
years
was
ago,
so good.
he earned I've long thought he was I think he's better than Kyle Larson. Honestly, I've said for years he's the best talent of that generation driving wise. Not everyone agrees with me. That's fine. But I've said this back when he was in the Busch series working with Derek. I just saw the way he drives and I really respected it. But then when he came to Lee and had a car that, top 3 series in NASCAR, that's what they did. They pushed it right out of the way.
Yeah.
He didn't. He let the kid, he raced the kid clean. Casey beat him heads up,
Yep.
and he took second and took it like a champ. And to your point, this time, racing for 11th with a local guy, Connor McDougal, one of the best looking cars out there.
Yeah,
and
and
just a
race.
good
Yeah,
dude.
He
race-
didn't have to
he
do
did-
that
yeah.
for 11. Didn't have to. Just could have rode around and like most Cup guys would have just rode around, took his
At this
payday,
point,
and
because
gone
that's
home.
what he had. But yeah, no, he was.
Did they get a
racing out
chance
there.
to communicate after?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because,
because he pitted
obviously
out
he
the
was
other
pitted
side.
where he
On the
was,
outside,
you know,
yeah.
to watch that for 30, 40, I don't know, how many laps was it?
I think it was like 40, but I'm not sure.
Unbelievable.
But I mean, he got into Connor once, but like let him have it. You know what I mean?
Listen,
Like,
I couldn't ride next to somebody 40 miles down the road
still
without running
can't.
into the side of them.
No,
No, I mean, he got into
You
it
can't
with
even
a
sit next to
collector.
Deb for
That's
an
what I
hour without going back and forth.
knocking me,
We have not.
hitting me.
It was yeah, and then after the race, like it was what was funny, and you watched the whole thing is like Connor, like if he got into 1 and 2 good, really good, he could pull Tyler down the backstretch And then the rest of the lap, Tyler made it all back
got it
up
all
and got
back.
beside
Yep.
it.
It
No,
was
that
back
was
and
So-
forth. Yeah.
that was very impressive.
After-
Hats off to you, his spotter, and both them drivers.
After the race, the Connor pulled in there, and Garrett comes on the radio and says, "Hey, well, yeah, we got 13 pounds in the right rear tire."
Jeez.
So he was like, "Oh yeah, the thing was so tight." I'm like, "Well, that's how you beat him down the backstretch."
Yeah.
Had all the drive, but
No, that was
was a
cool
good
to
race,
watch.
too.
And then talking to Archie, who he drove for, Archie said Tyler told him that day. He said, "I would do, if my time permitted, I would do
more
so
of
many
this."
more of these
He
because I
really
love
enjoys
these.
them.
I love working with the locals. I love racing
Yeah.
with the locals.
The late models,
the late models.
yeah.
I love this. It's just I just my schedule and time doesn't permit it. You know.
No, he's
Good
So
stuff
just-
all around, though, and this is a great way to start the weekend too. Where did you go from there next for Saturday?
White Mountain Motorsports Park had Cody Maycumber in the pass mod, and finished second there through the carnage.
But I'll tell you, the highlight of White Mountain was watching Mike Mayberry finish second in
Yeah, he did
in
a
the
good
super
job.
modified race.
he
He
really
did a great. Like, I was getting chilly, so I left early because I didn't want to. I wanted to beat the traffic home, basically.
It's a long ride. For
So
me.
it was like 2.5 hours for me. So I broomed it home, but when I got home, I went back to Race America and I watched the rest of the program.
Yeah.
And so I watched his whole race, and I messaged Lisa like that night, and I'm like, "Man, Mike did a good job.
Yeah,
he really did."
Within 5 laps of winning his first race, and I think that's his first podium too, right?
Yeah.
And then the only guy that could beat him was
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey Battle, the top dog.
On
he beats
fire this
everybody.
year.
Yeah.
He beats
He's-
everybody.
I mean,
so-
he's been on fire in 350s, but like
Yeah.
this last year, like the end of last year, this year, they've found it with the big block car.
Oh,
like
yeah.
he goes
Oh, yeah.
somewhere,
I mean,
and
most of the time he's lapping the field. So.
yeah, it's not ridiculous. It's like they
so to
they
finish-
have their stuff together, and he
finished
is-
second to Jeffrey Battle.
Right.
That's
says
like
something.
that's bigger
Yeah.
than a win.
Right. Rusty made his
Yeah, he was
350
a top 5,
his
right?
big block start too. So, and I think the Duggan car.
Yep.
I don't
Yep,
know.
Dave
Yeah.
Duggan
Drives for a lot of people. That guy does.
Rusty.
Yeah,
Yep.
Poland, right?
Yeah.
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 Have steering wheel will travel.
You got it. That's just the tip of tonight's show, too. 324-1220, 324-1220 if you want to join in. We have Tyler Rypkema joining the program in about 6 minutes. Derek Griffith joining us about 6:35 or so. And hopefully a working microphone on the other side of these.
Getting older doesn't have to feel like it's a constant battle. Rejuvenate Canico offers natural relief, thoughtfully made, just for you. No pills, and you don't have to go through a series of specialists to get the relief you need. Rejuvenate Canico supplies dispensaries with the highest quality handcrafted flour across the Northeast. Connect with Rejuvenate Canico on Facebook and Instagram and stay connected for a new chapter of Rejuvenate. But more on that later. Rejuvenate Canico. Quality, care, consistency. Retired doesn't mean you're done. If you've still got the drive, Dow Excavating has the wheel. Dow Excavating of Hollis is searching for a part-time CDL driver. You'll drive parts of York and Cumberland counties. Local routes for a family company with local roots. Competitive pay for someone who's put in the miles and enjoying the ride of life. Find more information at DowExcavatingInc.com. That's DowExcavatingInc.com. Dow Excavating is an equal opportunity employer.
And now, back to Mainely Motorsports.
So, how would you like to have been in the Gibbs team meeting Monday morning?
Oh, boy.
Or today, or tomorrow, or whatever.
When do they have it?
I saw that happening 3 laps before it happened.
Everybody
Yeah.
did.
I was watching that. I'm like,
It was
watch this. I
right
told
there.
Heather, I
Yeah.
was like, she, doesn't really know much about racing, but I was just like, watch those 2 guys. They're going to wreck. And then 20 seconds later,
Boom.
there he goes.
What did Denny say? Get on the wagon or get out of the way?
I don't
A
know.
couple weeks ago or something like that. Yeah.
I don't know.
On Action Judgmental after he won.
Oh.
After he won one of that race a couple weeks ago, he said something like, "Get on the wagon or get out of the way."
I love Hamlin. I do. I think
He don't.
No, I do.
He's at a stage where he doesn't care.
And he
Why
doesn't
would
need
he?
to.
Right?
Yeah.
Doesn't need to.
Yeah, and
He's
I don't know.
He's earned it.
Yeah, whether you're a fan of his or not, you're right. He's earned it. He's every year he's in this position. He just can't seal the deal, And
I'll say that he has had a better second half of his career than anybody else in the modern era, and that dates back to Darrell Waltrip. Cale Yarborough fell off. Even before that, Darrell Waltrip had some fall off. Jeff Gordon had some fall off, except for that last year that he came back. Earnhardt, he had that one last good year. Now, of course, in retrospect, we know he was hurt a lot of the 90s, but he was just kind of, okay in the 90s. People forget that he was only part of the conversation after he won that 7th championship.
You know what blows my mind about, you think of this Denny second half career, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. How old is Denny?
He's 46.
Oh, is he 46?
I thought he was 43.
Oh, here we go.
So
look it up on Wikipedia.
I thought he was 42, 43, somewhere in there. Maybe he's older.
I'm 50.
But
he's not 10 years younger than me.
Well, listen, this is what I was going to say is, you think about it, Bobby Allison was winning races in his 50s. Dale Earnhardt, he passed away before then.
44.
Right. 44 now.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Denny's coming to the end of his career 10 years earlier than those guys were.
Yeah, but he started 10 years earlier than those dudes.
Yeah.
But,
he's one of the oldest drivers in the NASCAR series.
And still
69 wins.
Yeah, still kind of
Still
at the
very,
top.
yeah.
He's going to win
still top of
70.
his game.
He's
Absolutely
figured out the
is.
next gen car, and he's the only veteran that has been able to do
has
that.
been able
Jimmy
to.
Johnson couldn't do it. Kyle Busch hasn't been
Kyle
able to
Busch
do
is
it.
just sad.
Dude,
He's
what
my
the
favorite.
heck?
He is my favorite.
It was so. I'm like, is he in last on purpose?
Same. I'm like, what is he?
It was
doing?
like watching the. It was like they
I
should have
almost
put.
think he checked down
Well, his crew chief left as of today.
Uh-huh.
So I think that was the last. They probably put wrong tires on the car. Probably put sugar in the gas can.
I don't know, but it was sad.
It was
to
bad,
watch.
dude. It was like watching Ron
sad.
Farnsworth.
Do you think they're going to make his crew chief work the rest of the year?
No, they can't because he's going to.
He's going to Trackhouse. It's a Chevrolet team.
Yeah.
So is he getting the bounce for now? Or?
No, I wouldn't. Jeez, Trackhouse is better than RCR.
No. What I'm saying is RCR has him under contract probably. So why would they bounce him out of that position? They still got to have a crew chief.
Yeah, but they have somebody who wants to do it.
They might to bring somebody in and start working with him.
Yeah.
But Randall was at Lee the other night.
Was
Yeah.
I saw him walking around.
Yeah.
Did he
No, I
not
don't-
sleep all weekend or
Freddie
something? Is that what happened?
Freddie Kraft came and spotted for Rusty.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
That's
And
what Jake said.
who was it that Tyler Spotter came and spotted too for him? Can't think of his name. Oh.
And
At any rate, though,
Hershey
Kyle
spotted.
Busch stinks.
Oh.
It was like a
It's
Tabasco
hard
car
to
bad.
watch.
Yeah, I know.
Tabasco car bad.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
showing
it's-
your age now.
I know.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
no,
wasn't
it's-
Daryl though at that time?
Yeah, it's. I
No,
don't
it
know.
was pathetic. I'm like, he's just going backwards. He's just riding in the back.
I didn't think he
He's getting
cared.
lapped.
I think when
He's
I did
getting
the
lapped
racing
again.
experience, I was turning better laps than he was because he would just drift up,
Right.
up.
Let's
And
let's not talk about bad. Let's talk about how good Josh Berry was.
Oh,
Yep.
my Lord.
Yeah.
like
right in
that.
the end. Yeah.
He was. I think he was better than Blaney. Blaney just had track position. I don't think.
You know-
I think if he had been able to get by Blaney, he would have drove
think he
away.
And he had,
He caught him from over a second away.
yeah, in the tires, he had
Older
he had
tires.
14,
Yeah.
14 lap better tires.
Right.
Hey, Mainly Motorsports, you're live on the air. Who's this?
It's your favorite safety guy.
Oh,
Sippy.
Andy Byron. Hey, Sippy,
Andy.
can you call back in like 5-10 minutes? We got Tyler Rypkema joining in on the show.
Oh, I just got to ask him about one thing.
All right. Well, can
Brake-
you do that
brake
afterwards? What's that?
Yeah, no, ask him about brake clean.
Brake
Canna,
clean.
He'll love it.
Okay, cool. Bye.
Bye,
That's
Andy.
our buddy. That's our buddy Sippy, everybody. So let's go here
Brake
to
clean.
Mainly Motorsports. You're live on the air. Hello,
Hey, this is Tyler Rypkema calling.
Tyler Rypkema, who everybody was talking about throughout the weekend. Whether
Why
you-
would he do?
he's a modified fan
won
or
a
not,
race or something. Yeah.
lost a tire. The number 3 stands for the amount of tires that are on his car when he crossed the line. Hold on, I'm gonna switch mics with you
Yeah.
on this one.
Yeah.
But Tyler, I mean, amazing job to pick up your first Whelen Modified Tour win. Spectacular fashion in one of the more historic vehicles, probably the most historic vehicle in, I would say, well, certainly the Modified Tour.
Modified.
Yeah.
But even I would put it up with 43. the Old Blue 3 is to what Petty 43 is to NASCAR Cup, for those who have followed it for a while. So it's a privilege to drive the vehicle, I'm sure. Can you take us through the last couple of laps when you close in on Bonsignor?
Yeah, we were right there with him coming into that final caution. And I had no desire all day long to start swapping the lead back and forth with Justin. We followed him a lot during the race. And quite honestly, there's just, you're just going to burn yourself up doing that and swapping back and forth. And so I was very content just pushing him and just being there and trying to maybe get a little gap behind us. And so, running second up into that last caution. And when the caution came out, I kind of sighed a little bit. I'm like, oh, this just got tougher because, I knew Justin would most likely pick the top, obviously, on the restart, which firing off from the bottom there all day had kind of been a death sentence. The top would form up and get a good push down the backstretch, and you'd be just trying to fight to get up. So I knew, in reality, the harder fight was going to be getting up and getting in line before you lost too many spots. And I think it was kind of luck for us that, Christopher blew up, and I think that might have just checked people up just a little bit on entry into one. And I was able to, hold side by side with the 46 on the backstretch, and he didn't have anybody pushing him. So that was able to get me the slingshot down into 3, wash up in front of him. Still got a good run off of 4 to get, a little closer to Justin, and then had a really stout 1 and 2. And I think he knew that, and I think he knew I was coming with a run, so he did take that block down the backstretch, what I thought was early, and pulled off the wall and really chased down the track, and he had it covered. And then I said, well, there's no chance of me making any kind of move under him at this point. So, made that arc back up to the top to get the good arc down into 3 and timed that all pretty decent, I feel like. And then on exit of 4, I had expected the 46 or somebody else to be there with us. So I knew, hey, Justin is going to have a push coming from somebody. I got to protect bottom. And I did that, and I just remember looking in my mirror quick on exit, and I see him leave my back bumper and go to the wall, and I thought, crap, he's got somebody coming. So then, you go to guard that, and, ended up turning myself into the wall there. But, unfortunately in these cars, we don't have that blind spot protection, on you. So, and you're making that split split second decision, that could make or break your race. And, you've got a million things going on at 100 and, whatever we're doing there, mile an hour on exit, coming to your first win. And if there was somebody pushing him, it would have been game over, I wish I had the luxury of, all the people online watching, from 150
The coulda, woulda, shouldas.
That's great.
Yeah, from 150 feet in the air, looking down and saying, "Oh, you would have won it anyway." Well,
I don't know.
I can see in my rear view mirror is the roof of the car moving, and I'm trying to just get to the start finish line. But no, my car owner, my whole team there, they're all pumped up as all get out. They're not mad. They know, what goes on in a car and how fast things have to happen. So no, none of them are mad, and they're just ecstatic to win at Loudon. It had been since 1996 was the last time Old Blue won at Loudon with Tony Hurston. I guess they had four races there in 96, and they had won 3 out of the 4 of them with Tony. So they were as ecstatic as anything. They had felt like they had multiple of them get away from there over the years. So to get back in victory lane at Loudon is huge for all of us.
Tyler Rypkema is our guest here. He's the winner of the Mohegan Sun 100 over on Saturday morning. How hard was it for you to get ready on Saturday morning for a 9 a.m. race? That's going to be a huge adjustment for a driver.
Not really. I guess for me, I'm usually up really early for work anyway. So, my head popped off the pillow a little after 5 o'clock, and I ended up getting up and going to the car wash, washing the truck, and just kind of
a regular Saturday morning.
It's kind of a regular kind of morning. Went back to the hotel and picked up the guys and headed to the track, and the best thing for me is to keep busy on race day. I don't like, usually sitting around, and I'll end up overthinking situations or, reading into the race way too much. And so I try to keep myself busy. But no, I was up and about and ready to go, and that didn't bother me at all. So, but yeah, it was just kind of a normal Saturday morning for me, other than we were going to the races.
You've had a really, really tough season. You've had a lot of speed with the race car, too. I've been able to see a lot of those races this year. Looking ahead, you got a couple of more racetracks ahead. Riverhead's next, the makeup date. You got a third there. You've done well at Martinsville. How do you feel about the rest of the season?
The worst thing you can do to a competitor is give them momentum and give them a little confidence. And I felt like going into New Hampshire there, the whole team was a little down. We've had just a year from hell, honestly, and so rolling into Loudon, I think practice went really well for us, and we were fourth, so that gave us quite a bit of confidence. And then finally, Tyler didn't screw up in qualifying, and we were able to qualify really well, and that was a big confidence booster. Hey, we're starting up front. Hey, we have speed. The car feels really good. So. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the end of the season. We've got 2 cars prepared, and they're already going through. Well, we've got the 1 car prepared for Riverhead, and I was getting pictures from the guys. They're already in the shop working hard on the other car, and that'll be together for Thompson and Martinsville. So and the other car, it really wasn't that bad. A little right front damage and stuff, obviously, and a lot of cosmetics, though. So
it looks spectacular.
Yeah,
like Richie Evans and Jeff Bodine in Martinsville in '81. Tyler Rypkema is our guest here. He just came off a huge win, first NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour win of his career on the biggest stage of the tour at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. You took over Old Blue 3/4 of the way through the season last year. Had some great results, as we mentioned. This year has just been a really, really tough year. And now we have the momentum. Is there any talk about what might happen in 2026 with you and the team?
We haven't officially talked about next year, but I know that, that's what we're definitely looking forward to is next year. So I don't see anything changing for next year. I believe we'll be together all full-time next year again. It isn't for a lack of effort or a lack of anything from anybody apart from, that came from my team or from Bowlers, obviously, and Greg and Scott and all those guys. They work so darn hard. And a lot of our struggle, I believe, this year was, being down a car after Wilkesboro. That really hurt. That was going to be our primary big track car. And in hindsight, we still won New Hampshire with what wasn't going to be our big track car. But that definitely put us behind the 8 ball.
It can almost throw off a season because it was such a big wreck. If you remember it, if you weren't at Wilkesboro, he and the 21 car had a really big impact. Well, 3 had the huge impact as a result of the contact there. And, when you say that was your primary vehicle, how far did you think that set you back for the season and really for the entire summer?
Yeah, it definitely does because, the third car, really we hadn't planned on running that at all for the tour. So, and, Bowlers build their own chassis and everything. So it's not something that they're just going to go down and get the parts and, have somebody clip the car. They've got to get the chassis jig out and set the car on it and hand build the car back. So, that car from Wilkesboro is just sitting there on the chassis jig still. And the front rear clips cut off it, but you have to switch focuses to what's the fastest way to get back the 2 cars. And at the time, it was get that other car off the lift and, make it tour legal. So there for a couple races, linger in the back of my mind is this car's got to come home in one piece. We can't tear this car up. You can't have anything that puts us in trouble because it was our only car for a while. And, as morbid as it sounds, as a driver, you can't have that lingering there. You have to know I have to be able to put this car in any position I can, and be aggressive, but, it definitely gives you a different mindset. But, I'm looking forward, and the other problem was we had just gotten that car so darn good, and, we were really good at Thompson a couple weeks prior to that, and got run up on a late race restart and got shuffled back real hard, but we were running really good there. And, we had led laps at Wilkesboro, and we were on our way back to the front when all that happened. So it is it sucks. It takes a while to get these cars perfect, and once you get them there, you really don't want to screw with them. So, that definitely did hurt us. Definitely, instead of just looking forward and, making the cars better, you have to step back and start rebuilding.
It's one of the things one of the reasons why I'm glad you guys have at least started to talk about 2026. I believe that you and your family and the Bowlers belong together. You guys have really gelled well. You haven't had the results due to circumstances like you just mentioned. So, Tyler, it's good that you guys finally got the win. It was awesome to see it in Victory Lane, and we wish you luck for the rest of the year. There is one more question, and it came from Andy Byron. And what was it again?
Oh, God.
Brake clean. Brake clean.
That's all he said.
He said you would know.
Yeah. What do you know about that?
Oh, yeah. You have to ask Andy. It burns a little bit when it gets sprayed on you. I don't know. I was at a race, and he was doing something, and I just took that brake clean and squirted him a little bit, and the next thing you know, he's hopping around pit road, and he's...
The safety guy. We're laughing.
No, Andy's a great guy.
Yeah, he is.
We love screwing around with each other and back and forth, and we're always, roasting each other at the racetrack. But,
That's awesome.
Yeah, Andy's a good guy.
Yeah. Tyler Rypkema, you are as well. Best of luck for the remainder of the year, and thank you for taking time out of your day for joining us on Mainly Motorsports.
Hey, thank you very much, guys.
All right. So it's 207-324-1220. We have another guest checking in here in a few minutes. Derek Griffith, the $10,000 man. There's another $10,000 race coming up where Granite State Pro Stock Series is going north of the border. And did you see their post this afternoon?
Yeah.
I couldn't understand. It looks like a French menu.
Well, you got to read into it. I mean, yeah, the way they write the time.
So you understand it?
Well,
I
did.
I understood it.
I
Really?
Do I do the number 4?
Oh, like if you look
It's
just for
not,
example, it says
right.
1300. That's 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. See, I know military time, and then I lived up in
10
Johnstown,
hour
Canada.
10. Whatever.
And then
You can figure it out.
It's 3 hour 0.
How's your mic working?
It's
Maybe Derek Griffith will lend you some of that $10,000 to buy a mic.
3
that
hours.
works in the
Yeah,
place.
I don't know.
Last guy
That's
that
working
went on
just
a
fine
3-hour
now.
tour, they were still on the island.
It really wasn't that difficult to understand.
Let's see who's on the line here. Good evening, Mainly Motorsports. You're live on the radio.
Guess who's back?
Oh,
Here we go. So he understood.
He gave a very tame accord of the brake.
Remember, we're
clean,
on
by
the
way.
radio.
yes.
This is real radio.
Oh no, it was no. Let's just say it was below the waist belt. Yes, on
I
a
read
very
into
hot
that.
day. Yeah, it was good. It was fun.
Was it number 1 or number 2?
2.
Oh, okay. Could have been worse.
I missed that one.
Andy had hot cross buns.
Yeah.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
nice. Very nice recovery
Yeah.
there, Greg.
He also had the same thing too. Yes, and we both howled like a wolf at a full moon.
So where were you
funny.
this past weekend? Were you at New Hampshire Motor Speedway all weekend?
Of course, I
That's
was
nice.
an official on Thursday, Friday for the mod tour. Friday, Saturday for the
Saturday.
mod tour, and then Sunday I got to completely goof off and hang out with some friends from my son's baseball team and kind of bring them around. It was fun, and they got to see a lot of backdoor stuff that they didn't get to see and meet people and do stuff. And I ran into Deb. I got a
you
big
did.
hug. I was happy.
It was nice seeing you.
So all she does is just walks
I
around and
walked
gives out
around
hugs.
and see all my
80,000
peeps.
people there.
And I saw all my old friends.
Yeah, she just walks around and gives hugs out.
Poor Steve.
No, do
Oh,
not say poor Steve
Yeah.
ever again.
No, it was nice seeing Andy.
So you were there obviously to watch the finish of the modified race. What did you think of that?
As an official, I thought it was awesome. I did what transpired and what happened. I mean, the number one guy ending up, Tyler ending up in victory lane on a rollback. The whole fanfare in turn 1, 2,
That was
where
fun.
he
Yeah.
jumped up and had everything. I mean, that was a swan song of an event for us. That's going to go down in the record books as probably one of the best finishes of, I would say the last 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that rivaled it was Catalano and Emmerling at Monadnock, and that one far surpassed it, I think. I mean, it was just the drama of it, the storylines.
Yeah, generational, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was good stuff.
You know, I originally thought the 9 a.m. start was going to be horrible for us, but boy, did the fans
I was going
come
to say,
out.
Dude, I loved it.
and
there was tons. I think more
packed
fans
fans.
at that time of day than later in the afternoon.
I said it
It
on...
gives people a
And
chance.
I love it. I love it.
It gives people a chance to plan their day. As long as they know about it, it gives people a chance to plan their day. Like they could go to
They
that.
got all sorts of
they
things
They
in.
could do this, do that, and then they're drinking by 1 or whatever, you know.
Or run.
But I'm being tased, you know.
No, I loved the 9
But you also got to think of that we were the show at 9 in the morning, so we were the every coffee and donut show.
Mm.
They had a quick break. They had noontime. They could have, you know, some beer and hot dogs. And by the time qualifying for the cup and everything, they could just kind of meander and leave the stands. But I don't think anybody left.
No.
The weather helped us tremendously.
Perfect.
I thought the schedule was going to hurt us. I don't think it did.
I think they hit on
stand
something.
For the show was really, for the mod show, I thought was probably one of the strongest ones we've seen at New Hampshire Motor Speedway in a long time.
Yeah.
There are two things that happened by accident one happened by accident and one is something that's on its own island. The thing that happened by accident was the double at Monadnock this year, and that was so well attended. I think it was a great weekend for the tour. And then to be on your own island so that people who were watching it on Flow could watch a race at 9 o'clock in the morning with drivers that they know and not a repeat or a highlight, I think was something that they didn't expect that they would like as much as they did. And then, to your point, Deb, the amount of people that were there. I mean, on the front stretch, there were, 50,000
crazy
grandstands? I mean, you put those together. And to Andy's point, I think it was certainly the biggest in-person crowd the Modifieds had seen in quite some time. And I think if they do it again next year in August...
Oh, I think they'll get more.
It will be even bigger. I think they started something that has a lot of yardage. And I really hope they stick with it.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's no
Well,
reason
the
not
other thing, Idiot, is there was no competing. There was no baseball. There was no basketball. There was no football or soccer. So people that went to Flow, they could jump on and have coffee in the morning from their house and watch it. So I think that also helped big time, too.
Or lose signal on their phone when they're driving to White Mountain right after Ron Silk crashed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. Somebody missed the end of the race because of that. I'm not going to say who he is, but he's got a red shirt on in this room.
Yeah, and
I'm not wearing a shirt at all, so I'm good.
hey,
He's waiting for that brake clean hose down.
hey, so Andy, let's put you on the spot since you put us on the spot on the regular. Looking ahead to the championship, can Austin Beers hang on to it? The lead is down to 7 points.
Wow. You know what? To be honest, P1 to P5, 29 points.
Oh.
P1 to P2, 7 points. It's anybody's game from P1 to P5.
I think
got an
that
Emmerling.
Justin...
You've got
Yeah.
you've got some. I mean, you've got some non-players in there, and I mean by non-players like this time, like they're in 10th or 12th. Beers is in there. Matt Hirschman's in there.
Mm-hmm.
You got an Emmerling. I'm sure I'm missing somebody else.
Justin?
Justin's
Lutz.
in there.
Craig Lutz.
Lutz. Yeah, that's it. Lutz. You know what? I honestly think Lutz is going to be a factor.
Martinsville.
I think Beers is to lose. It's Lutz's to get to them. And Justin is kind of, the standard guy that's going to be there and just keep going and going.
I think...
But then you got Emmerling, who's never won a championship. and none of these guys are slouches, and they're all. It's going to be great. I mean, it's theirs to lose. The top 5, it's any one of them to have.
Does anybody have a
bad
cane?
pit stop.
Great.
No, I think that it's going to depend on how Justin does at Riverhead. He's usually lights out there.
I was going to say that's his track.
But like it's also going to depend on how Beers maintains at Riverhead. But I think you're right about Lutz, because Lutz is usually good at Riverhead and Lutz is good at Martinsville.
He's a big track guy.
Yeah, but Martinsville, I don't look at it as like a big track. Like I look at like Thompson, Loudon, Richmond, Smyrna, Wilkesboro, big track stuff. Like that's Patrick Emmeling's bread and butter. I don't know what happened the other day. I missed the second half of the race, but like,
bad service.
But like, I think Lutz is sitting in the catbird seat. It's gonna depend on how Justin runs at Martinsville, because he's gonna be lights out at Riverhead, and how Beers runs at both. Beers is gonna step up.
The one thing that I'm concerned with Austin Beers, and I love the guy. Like he's the new star, one of the new primary stars of the Whelen Modified Tour.
You're blowing his head up, but
no. He's a great kid. He's got a very level head, but I don't want the pressure to get to him. And I've seen him crack a little bit here and there, and I think as it gets closer,
well, that's a young kid for you.
He's 22.
Yeah,
right?
and Justin's been there.
Justin, he's going for his 5th championship. In the run that he got on at the end of last year, where he won the final 3 races and like the final 3 poles, I think he only didn't lead like 2 laps, and it was under caution. So he's going to be really, really tough to beat. Now, he's lost a bit of a step this year, even by his own admission. So you have Beers, who, as long as it doesn't get in his head, I think he's going to be all right. But Craig Lutz is the sleeper for me in this one, because he does really well at Martinsville. He runs awesome at Thompson, and he's pretty stout at his home track of Riverhead, too. But that's like half the field's
those guys
track.
are also on the edge, though. Like you could go to Martinsville and they'll cook one down, and their race is done.
But also, there's something else you got to keep in mind. The driver is the driver for the next 3 races. The next 3 races are pit stop races. We have live pit stops at all 3 races. So when you're green flag, yellow flag, whatever you're coming in, the next 3 races are live pit stops. So
who's the fastest pit
crew that you have backing the car up and the driver are going to be a factor.
Can they hire Cup pit crews?
They wouldn't want to. I think they would struggle.
You can.
Yeah.
But so what we did on the Whelen Tour is, again, like we did at New Hampshire, you can service the car for tires and not fuel.
Right. Yeah,
you have to leave.
One or the other.
You have to come back and you can do fuel.
So it doesn't matter, right?
Or there's the other caveat that we did where you can only introduce X amount of tires per stop. So you can swap tires left to right, but you cannot introduce, let's say, 2 new tires. And that's by design, so that we don't have, Justin Bonsinger with his, Joe Gibbs guys showing up
hired help,
and doing that stuff. Yeah, so we take that's kind of the design, that problem, to handle that.
I think a changer with a modified background would be okay, but I don't think that, because the wheels are so deep that they have to, it's a positional thing with the gun when they go to change the wheels. Like they have to turn their wrist so that they can hit the lugs right. If they don't, then they're going to be fighting against it. And like Cup guys are 5-on-5 guys, so they're, or I should say Xfinity now, because Cup guys are 1-on-1 guys. But that didn't sound right. But like it's like, tight pattern versus wide 5, which is what all the mod guys have. So,
and then you also think of the Jackman. The Jackman's going to go to the left side of the car, or the right side of the car, or the
rear first. Or yeah. So
so there's that problem that throws them for a loop. They may have a $5,000 fancy jack, but if they're not in the right position and it doesn't catch the jacking post, that has that little cup on it, that adds to it. So, the crews that we have on the Whelen Modified Tour, they are very unique because what we have and being so deep in the rim and the different ways to do the car and all of that stuff, and then the pit procedures of either gas only, 4 tires, maybe 2 tires, come back around, swap tires, that type of thing. That all adds to the blue collar modified tour, if you will.
Right on. And Andy Byron, thank you for that detailed look at the Whelen Modified Tour. 3 big races. We got to go to our next caller, so have yourself a great night.
Thanks, Andy.
Thank you for joining Mainly Motorsports, and 207-324-1220. 207-324-1220. We still have the $10,000 man who's been trying to call us here for just a little bit, but he's going to check in, and we're going to be back on the other side of these. This is Mainly Motorsports on Seacoast Oldies. And we'll be back right after we do this.
Retired doesn't mean you're done. If you've still got the drive, Dow Excavating has the wheel. Dow Excavating of Hollis is searching for a part-time CDL driver. You'll drive parts of York and Cumberland counties. Local routes for a family company with local roots. Competitive pay for someone who's put in the miles and enjoying the ride of life. Find more information at DowExcavatingInc.com. That's DowExcavatingInc.com. Dow Excavating is an equal opportunity employer. Getting older doesn't have to feel like it's a constant battle. Rejuvenate Canna offers natural relief, thoughtfully made, just for you. No pills, and you don't have to go through a series of specialists to get the relief you need. Rejuvenate Canna supplies dispensaries with the highest quality handcrafted flour across the Northeast. Connect with Rejuvenate Canna on Facebook and Instagram, and stay connected for a new chapter of Rejuvenate. But more on that later. Rejuvenate Canna. Quality, care, consistency.
And now, back to Mainly Motorsports.
Yes, we're back on Mainly Motorsports, and joining us on the line is last Friday night's $10,000 winner, Derek Griffith. And Derek, welcome to Mainly Motorsports.
Thanks, for having me. It's been a little bit since I've been able to talk to you.
Yeah, no, well, we had to take a 5-year hiatus. Is that a word, Debbie?
Hiatus. He tried. He was almost there.
He tried with a big word.
Look, Andy's trying to call me on my cell phone now.
Debbie always likes to correct me.
Well,
And,
I don't like to. I just think
Have to.
sometimes people don't understand your terminology.
Mind strewn.
Listen, they sent, after I had 6 years of high school,
So
they said
please.
enough's enough.
No.
So that 7th year would have helped me. But
Anyway,
hey,
but
great
weekend
man.
for you
great,
there.
great job the other night. You weren't leaving nothing to chance, right? You definitely had the car to beat, and you showed it.
Thank you. Yeah, it definitely. This new Fury car has been a rocket. We cut it out only a couple times now, and it's been fast every time.
And the one thing I like about you guys, and I hate to call you the little team, because obviously when you go out and win these races, I'm not going to say you're a little team, but you're that old school group. Your dad, Louie, Dolly, the group that started whenever you went super late model racing, or maybe even with your little 4-cylinder at Hudson, is still the same little group, right?
Yeah, we've been working together for I think for 15 years now. So it's been the same, 4 or 5 of us, and then we've had some people come and go as life's changed for them for sure. But it's really been me, Louie, Dolly, and my father for 15 years straight. So
That's
pretty dang
awesome.
lucky.
Yeah.
So it could have been a couple of really strong weeks for you, and you had a really good run over at Star Speedway. Declared the winner as the checkered flag flew, but after post-technical inspection and some more, what do you want to call it, just looking at the photos, how things worked out, you were not, after all, the winner. How have you guys been able to, how did you take the week to process that, getting ready for Lee?
Yeah, it was funny. It was like the perfect storm. We had a lot of stuff working against us that whole Star race. We were breaking up. The motor was breaking up like lap 80 on, and we found the fuel cell vapor locked, and I wasn't getting any fuel pressure, and so it's like, we were running on 5-6 cylinders rather than full tilt, and it was still that good. And we had the car's new. We had a zip tied on transponder, and that slid forward, and that caused this whole entire debacle of this mess, and they're like the loop is 8 feet ahead of the start finish line, or this or that, and he's got the Gen 5 nose, and I got the old. It just turned into this whole mess of a thing.
Well, what if you had no nose?
I know, right?
Knock the nose off, man.
Yep. And Joey even joked around. He's like, I guess all you got to do to get a little edge is smash the nose in on lap 5. Because he did. He had the whole nose. His whole nose was buckled down and it, like, poked the front of it out. And I'm like, it was good to, I guess, maybe get some spotlight on Pass and get them some people talking about the race at least. But for us, I was like, man, it sucked getting the win kind of taken away for. But the race was good, for you guys. Yeah, yep. I always love racing with Joey. I feel like I always lose him to him when it's like this. But so it was good at Lee to kind of come back and it was funny. He was getting his interview. I'm like, I finally beat him. After 2 years of kicking my butt.
In your face. Yeah. Derek Griffith is our guest here on Mainly Motorsports tonight. Now you had a really successful couple of runs. I mean, regardless of the outcome at Star, the $10,000 at Lee with Granite State Pro Stock Series. What has that done for your confidence as a driver? Had it dipped at all? But how is this season gone for you, given the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, it definitely helps. It sucks. I haven't been able to race nearly as much as I have wanted to. Actually, it's been a year yesterday since White Mountain, so I've been sick, dealing with some stuff, and it's just been a little bit of a Debbie Downer on our whole racing deal. So it's good to be like I'm feeling good and I'm on a really good path right now. So I'm happy. I'm hopefully quote unquote back. Hopefully back, and I think our race car is really good. And if I just get some more time out there, I think we'll kind of get back into the swing of things, just like we were a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Just I know you didn't win it, Lee, but you still got out with the best looking helmet, and you got out with the best looking helmet at. At Star. You didn't win at Star.
He's making it all about himself.
Yeah.
He's confused here.
You got out with the best looking helmet. What do you want from me?
He does have a good looking helmet. He also has a great looking baby.
Always look good.
Tell us about your baby.
That's where I was actually going next.
To see that baby.
Listen, this is where I was going next.
I got
One
to
thing,
see
Derek's lack of
yesterday.
sleep.
Sunday. Today's already Tuesday.
Yeah. If you want to take a long story and make it longer, have Greg tell it.
But yeah,
there we go.
Your racing's looking good. Your family life's doing great. Emily looks great. Like
Derek,
falling into place.
What's the biggest thing you've learned about being a dad?
Oh man, I don't know. I guess I didn't, and this might sound bad, but I didn't understand how excited I'd be until after he was born. Because I don't know. You don't see him, you don't hear him. He's in his tummy, and he's in there. But when he it all changed when he came out. I was like, holy smokes! Like this thing, we made this little guy, and I'm like, I don't care about anything other than this thing right now. I'll give up race, I'll do whatever. It doesn't matter to me. This guy's the most important thing in my life right now. So I don't know. I just didn't expect to feel that way, and it was a little bit interesting for sure. But that's really the biggest thing I learned.
No, it's amazing as you come home from work and you don't think that how things can change in a day. Like he didn't do that yesterday. He didn't make those facial expressions, and it's amazing.
Every day.
Amazing.
Every single day. Yep, it happened this morning. He loves sitting up straight. I don't know why. Like he sits straight up and down. That's like his only way he's happy. He loves to I took a picture of him in bed this morning, lean up against the pillow, and he's like, his eyes are as wide as they ever been, and like he is just looking around, following us around with his eyes. I'm like, man, this is so cool. So
he's going to be a spotter.
I know he's gonna. I hope maybe it'll be a lot cheaper for me if he
goes that route.
Racing.
Now, what's your next race on the schedule? I mean, the season's winding down, and I know you guys have made that trek to Pensacola in the past. And but what's the fall look like for DG12 and his race team?
Yeah, we got some stuff coming up. I think I might try to run the Oktoberfest deal at Lee. That Oktoberfest has always been one of my favorite deals. I got my first ever late model win there at Lee during Oktoberfest, so it holds a little special spot in my heart. And then I think we'll probably run that big late October race at Oxford, and then I think it's full-blown Derby prep. We kind of talked about running the Freedom Factory race, the Bigley, but I don't know what we're going to do yet. It's kind of we're in talks of like all sorts of crazy stuff and at all times, and we're just waiting to kind of hear back from some things, and we'll kind of play by ear for now. But I'm definitely going to run the Derby. How and when, with who, and everything is going to be kind of up in the air. So I want to bring. There might be some cool news soon, I guess.
Good.
If everything goes my way.
Awesome. We only got a few minutes left, so how about you give a shout out to the people who make it happen for you, and also let people know what you. I mean, you got a couple irons in the fire with a couple different businesses, so fire them out there. Let people know what they can do with DG12 if they want to get in the business world or sponsor world.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've got some really great sponsors this year between Ben Bazowski at Hudson Lee and Claremont Speedway. He's got Bazowski Properties. The guy's awesome. He's always helped me my whole entire career. And then JGS Construction, Dan Small. He came on like maybe early last year. A friend of a friend sort of deal. Has been a ginormous help. I wouldn't have this new car if it hadn't been for those two guys. And then also Fury. Between the three of them, it just, especially like I was sick. Had all this stuff going on. I was going to be a dad. I'm like, I can't get a new race car. Those guys really stepped up to the plate and got me going, along with the Michelitis family. Helped out a ton. My dad and Jeremy, Tyler, Ricky, and Andrea Burrill, Chelmsford Wholesale. So Ernest Shocks and Pink Carburetors, and the list could go on with the people. I'm so fortunate with racing and the amount of help that we get. It's so cool. So, and then my stuff is just I have a small repair shop and dealership in Hudson, New Hampshire called Northeast Auto Imports, and then I got a storage spot too in Hudson that we store cars for people. It's kind of a new thing. I love it. Always wanted to do one, so that's been really fun to kind of take on. But it's called Park and Reserve.
What's your favorite classic car?
Oh man, that's tough. I'm not picky. I like everything. Like I have a customer that brings like 70s Saabs to us that I like, and then I like muscle cars and the new Lamborghinis and Japanese stuff and every. I'm not picky. As long if it's got a motor and is unique, then it's for me.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, we appreciate you taking the time with us, Derek. Congratulations on the second best thing going on, and that's winning races and the family. Everything looks good, and everything's going good for Derek Griffith.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks for having me, guys, and sorry for being a little late. The newborn.
No, Andy Byron was covered for you.
Talked.
All right, man. Derek, have yourself a great night, and that was basically going to be
say hello to everybody.
Kind of our show for the night. I want to thank Derek. Want to thank Andy Byron. We want to thank Tyler Rypkema for joining the show.
Why? What'd he do?
He the number 3 one with 3 wheels.
Yeah.
Hey,
perfect.
do I got a minute?
Oh no.
Go right ahead, dude.
So,
You own the show. You got whatever.
Yeah.
You
so
This is you.
the funniest thing this weekend, we went to the museum.
Okay.
Right?
Oh yes.
Oh yes. Well, so we gotta clean up an L1.
Oh stop. That's nasty. No.
So we're getting ready to leave, right?
That's not even called for.
So we're getting ready to leave, right? She goes, "Oh, can I buy this coat?" It was
Well, I
19.
didn't ask you if I could.
Yeah, you did.
No.
Here we go.
I
Took
can
us
buy my
59
own
minutes. So it was a 1995 Rookie of the Year Ricky Craven coat.
Nice.
All leather.
All leather, right?
It's got all the
Kodiak,
embroidery.
right?
Kodiak.
It was
41.
buried, right? Buried. You'd have thought this weekend they're going to put it out, right?
I mean, Ricky was all over the
Right.
place.
So I buy it for her, right? So she
Did you
puts it on.
did you track Ricky Craven all weekend?
No,
No.
Okay.
I'm the only person I
So-
think out loud that didn't see him.
Right? So we wear it.
She seems,
We're
We
in the,
wear it.
she
We're,
seems
in,
mad.
we're in the Team EJP booth,
Oh,
right?
yes, you are.
Oh yeah.
So
we are.
we walk up in there, right? So we sit down. So maybe he'll be in there, but it's chilly Saturday morning, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we watch
9
the
o'clock.
mod race outside.
Well, I watched that outside. Yeah.
So we go in.
Mm-hmm.
We sit down in our seat, right?
And
in
behind
front.
us.
right behind us is Lee and Brenda Roy, Travis Roy's parents. So I've met them years and years ago, so I know who they are. She has no clue who they are. So we sit down.
They're so nice.
The lady goes, she touches
My
the coat.
jacket.
She goes, Lee, do we still have ours? And he goes, oh, I'm sure it's somewhere, right?
Probably in the closet downstairs.
Probably in the closet somewhere with all our other stuff. So it was a big conversation piece, right? So we talking about it, and so I introduced to who they are, and we're talking about it. So we ended up talking to them a lot. So Leroy was back in when the Bush North was the Bush North,
Director.
Yeah, no, Leroy was the man.
Yeah, he was. So we spent all day with them Saturday.
So nice.
So then Sunday when we go to the booth, Stevie Prescott wasn't up there Saturday because he was
busy doing his
the
stuff.
thing. So Sunday when we go and we walk in and he was there, so he goes, "Oh, Stephen Perry, how you doing?" Right? And he sees her, she's got her coat on. And he goes, "Wow, that's an old coat, huh?" Like it was the topic of conversation with her new
It's
coat.
such a nice coat.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was very
Cool,
happy.
man.
So if I ever get to see Ricky again, that good-looking man.
Oh yeah, she's gonna see him. She's gonna stalk him.
Speedway 95.
Oh yeah, no,
I
she got
think
a
I was
job.
the only
Her,
person that
Chris
didn't
Allen,
see
and
him.
Dan Walker. They're gonna be She's gonna be
Promo team?
Yeah, the promo team. Debbie Dorr, Dan Walker, and Chris Allen. That's gonna be the whole team at Speedway 95.
Anyway, let's wrap this up.
DAD.
Yeah,
Dad.
Ricky and Dad. I'll be running that little go-kart.
All right, what are you
track
guys
all
up
by
to this
myself.
I always
weekend?
think you do anyway. So.
Here we go.
You guys never asked me about
Saturday,
judging
White
the
Mountain.
apple pie
Oh,
competition.
I did think about
Jeez,
it.
That's why I couldn't be the moderator.
I know.
Judging apple
What's your
pies.
favorite kind of pie, Steve?
Apple,
No, don't go there.
blueberry. Those are your two
Chocolate.
choices. Those are your
He
two
doesn't.
choices.
He doesn't eat fruit.
I will be White Mountain Saturday with the pass mod again.
Nice.
I currently don't have a pro stock, but I'm not opposed to it.
Okay. Solicitation 101.
We have our last points race.
So we got our last point race, but Saturday morning I'll be at the Freiburg Fair for the lawnmower races.
It's in the morning.
no,
I
no,
thought
no.
it was at night.
You're going to be there the wrong day. It starts on Sunday.
No, the Freiburg Fair starts Saturday. The big
The
controversy.
big controversy. How have you missed this?
The Freiburg Fair starts Saturday.
I stay out of hard news, man.
Oh, it's everywhere.
I thought it started on Sunday.
it always
usually
did.
does.
So I can
Not
go
this
on
year.
I can go on Saturday.
You can go
Yeah.
on Saturday because they're taking over. So the poor
There's a
people
big
at
overlap
it's a big
issue.
big deal.
issue.
This is like a usual Steveism, but it's an Andyism today. Like he
No
don't know what's
idea.
going on.
I
No,
can't
I
believe you
thought-
did not know this.
I thought the Freiburg Fair started on Monday and the
No.
overlap was going to be Sunday.
No, no, no,
Because
no.
I plan to go on Sunday.
No, the overlap is
Overlap
Saturday.
is Saturday.
Jeez.
I thought the races were
Because it's
Saturday
usually
night.
Sunday to Saturday.
Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah.
So,
no, just a
yeah.
lapse on my judgment.
No,
so
it's
yes,
Saturday.
I asked you. You told me the races
No, you
were
asked
Saturday
Brick.
night.
You must have asked
Well,
Brick.
I just talked to you on the way in. I have soccer in the morning.
You got soccer. I got racing. I'm going Brick.
You go with
I got
Brick.
sleep.
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 So
Anyway.
then we got
I'll
racing
be going
It's
on
gonna be a good
Sunday.
weekend.
Championship day.
Nice, man.
Oh, I'll be heading to White Mountain at probably 10 a.m. for my 2.5-hour drive.
Well, come say hi to us wherever you see us. We love to hear that you're enjoying the show, that you watch us on YouTube or Facebook, or you listen to us on demand,
I know
where
my
it's available as
niece
a
Taylor
podcast, or you're here for the
Taylor.
live drop, you know? What?
Taylor Swift.
Taylor, my niece Taylor, she listens every
yeah.
on Wednesday morning.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And so hello
So
to
shout
Taylor
out to Taylor.
Shout out to Taylor.
and everybody else for...
And by the way, there was no Fred sighting at Lee.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
you
I was
had
gonna
to.
say the F
No.
word. We gotta zap you, man. We gotta put an invisible fence around your
Yeah,
neck.
enough with that.
No Fred sighting.
All right.
All right.
It was a great show.
Thank you for tuning in. Thanks to Rejuvenate Canna. Thanks to Dow Excavating Inc. for sponsoring show number 715 for Mainly Motorsports. Good night.
WWSF, Sanford.
Seacoast Oldies.
On 104.3 FM and SeacoastOldies.com.